Okay, I got a lot of great feedback over the holidays, over the holiday meditation, and a lot of comments of people telling me you wanted to see more meditations. And that's great because I'd actually like to share a bit more. And this is one I've been thinking about doing a video on for a while, and I said no better time like right now. So today we're going to be talking about a mirror meditation. Now, a lot of people, when we talk about mirror meditations or mirror magics or anything like this, they're talking about reflecting things away from them, talking about blocking and stuff like that. And though it is true, you can easily utilize a mirror meditation in that way. No, today what we're talking about is we're going to utilize this mirror meditation in a few different ways. So what is a mirror meditation? Well, first off, a mirror meditation, or this one at the very least, is a meditation in which you sit down, you get in your meditative state, and you visualize a mirror in front of you. If you choose, you could even actually use a mirror to do this meditation. Or as we always say, you could use your phone's reflective surface as a mirror. I know people who do these meditations in front of the bathroom mirror. If you have a scrying mirror, you could easily do this meditation whilst gazing into it, of course. But if you don't have a mirror, don't want to use a mirror, you could easily just use visualization or even work within your astral sanctum. Now, the reason I want to make sure that we know we can use a physical mirror is a lot of people have trouble with visualization. There are some people who genuinely cannot manifest a picture in their head. Now, they could use feeling, they could feel it, and they can think it, and it would still work. But when we're first starting out, that can be a little tricky at times. So I do want to get us started with having that physical concept in front of us if we need it. Another option that I have seen people do is a webcam. They actually start up their webcam on their laptop or something, which creates something for them to look into. So that is an option as well. There's plenty of ways you can do this. The word mirror is we're wanting something we're looking into to see ourselves or our reflection. Okay? Now, what is this meditation for? Well, this meditation is obviously we're looking at us. It's about us. All the magic, all the work we're going to be doing, it's about us. That is what we're going to be doing. Now, as we gaze into this mirror, the first and easiest use of this is picturing you in the future. So this time of year, everybody's working on this new year, new me, and I usually call it nonsense because when we say new year, new me, we tend to throw out everything before and we're just starting from scratch and we're trying to build up this whole new me concept and forget about everything that brought us to where we're at. That's usually not a good thing. Now, this year, y'all know we're doing the 6-month challenge at Working Dragon Mystic based on self-improvement, self-mastery, and development. Not a new year, not a new me. We're developing, we're pushing ourselves, we're using the new year as a challenge to develop ourselves from where we are. This is something you could utilize, this meditation, and anyone who is in the 6-month challenge, I encourage you to do so. Now, for example, me, this year, I have set a lofty goal to get back in shape. I am actually going to be shooting for my old fight weight, and I'm wanting to get there, or close to there, by July. Now, I will probably always state I'm going to work to get there. All my focus, all my visualizations, everything I'm going to be doing, all my spell work is going to be based on me being there. And that's something that is very doable because it's going to push me along closer. So, in this example, let's say there's something you're wanting to work on, whether it's physical fitness. You could easily visualize that version of you in that mirror and meditate on it. You could also do this with seeing you having a job, seeing you having finances. Anything that you can see you having, you can visualize into that mirror and superimpose it on the reflection of you in it. And that's what you want to do. You want to sit down in front of that mirror. You want to see the current you. And then you want to see the current you start to melt away and be replaced by the you that you're wanting to work to become. Okay? Now, once you have that, I want you to meditate on that. I actually want you to sit down and meditate on that you. And I want you to meditate on the distance between who you are now and that version of you. And as you meditate, insight, wisdom is going to start to come in. It's going to create a little feedback. And that feedback is actually going to help you to understand you far better. And it's also going to inspire you and give you gnosis on how you can actually get to that point. It's going to give you tools. It's going to give you concepts. It's going to give you wisdom that can help you to build toward that. Okay? You can also utilize this to drive you and inspire you so that you don't stop, so that you don't give up. And using myself as an example here, I am undertaking a lot. Okay, I'm going to be doing a lot of spell work. I'm going to be doing a lot of workouts. I'm actually going to be going back into an old training style that I used to do, using a lot of strength building, flexibility, calisthenics, old school stuff. I was never one for just raw weightlifting. I always loved calisthenics. It's more mechanical, more functional. And I know there's plenty of bodybuilders out there who do build functional muscle, don't get me wrong. But the simplicity of calisthenics and the ability to get in, enjoy my workout, and be able to do it just about anywhere I need to do, always was what I loved. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to be working out 6 days a week. Now, many of you know, I ain't done that in a while. So utilizing this style of meditation to inspire me and drive me and actually have that version of me that I'm seeking to become be my workout partner, literally be there to motivate me, to, encourage me, tell me to come on, you can get here, is a great way to do it. So visualizing a future you, meditating on it. Now you're doing two things during this meditation. First off, you are putting out there, you are essentially doing a spell to reach that version of you every time you do this meditation. You're also putting out the energy to manifest that version of you that you're seeking to come to. That's pretty awesome. So we're getting meditation and spell work in one right there. Okay? Now the next way that you can utilize this, okay, so that's the way you could utilize it in that manner. Now the second way we can utilize this is shadow work. Oh yeah, here we are. We're coming back to talking about the shadow work. Been a while since we talked about it. I don't think we've really discussed it too much since the intro to shadow work, which if you haven't seen it, go check that video out. I'll try and link it here in the cards somewhere. But shadow work is a great way. So let's say you have an issue. Let's say you have a flaw. You have a problem. You have something you need to work on. You could actually visualize you in that mirror as an embodiment of that issue. And you can actually face that issue head on. This is something a lot of people do. I've seen them do it with alcohol addiction, drug addiction, video game addictions, food addictions. I've seen this be utilized in a lot of ways. I've also seen it utilized in order to face trauma. So what do I mean by that? They would actually see the version of them that faced the trauma. So this is actually, you're seeing a little bit back, aren't you? Because the you now is not currently experiencing it. You're dealing with it, but you're not experiencing it. So they see back to the person who experienced it. And they sit down and you can have a discussion. You can work through it. You can face the trauma. You can face the event and work through it and understand that that trauma does not define you. That trauma does not control you. You can actually deal with that aspect of your shadow. Now, this is just an example, of course, because you could do this with any aspect of the shadow and easily just frame it up and put it there in that mirror so that you can confront it and work with it and meditate on it and learn and meditate more specifically on how do I heal this? How do I grow past this? How do I overcome it? How do I master it to fully heal this aspect of my shadow? See? And therein, again, this meditation is vitally powerful. It is managing to do something most people have trouble doing. And you just really can't beat that. But one of the downsides to this is you kind of have to know the problems there, don't you? Okay. Well, the third way that you can utilize a mirror meditation like this is to actually sit down, look into the mirror, see yourself, and focus on your shadow. Just focus on your shadow. Let the shadow self actually take up residence there. Let you confront the shadow. Now, when the shadow appears, it will show you issues. It will manifest issues. You may not recognize them at first. So when it manifests and it's showing you something, what's going to happen is it's going to show you the most current thing that is bothering you. Meditate on it. Try to identify what it's showing you. What is the problem? What is the issue? What is the trauma? What is the ego? What is it that you're hiding deep down, just shoved down into that shadow that it's trying to show you? Identify it. Write that shit down. Okay? And then once you've identified it, now you can go back and work with that piece, just that singular piece of the shadow, and work to heal it. One of the things we talked about in beginner shadow work is how some shadow work can get very, very overwhelming. And that's one of the reasons we did the journaling process. Well, now with this meditation, I want you to step it up a bit. I want you to face the shadow head on, and I want you to find one of those things that needs to be worked on. I want you to identify it, just as we said. And then I want you to directly face it, singular, as a single piece of the shadow, head on. And be able to work through it and heal it using this meditation. Okay? Now this is the beginner level of this meditation. And even at the beginner level of this meditation, you can see how this style of meditation and doing this would be so valuable to a practitioner. Okay? Now on the advanced level, if you really wanted to, you could, instead of visualizing a singular mirror in front of you, you could actually visualize multiple mirrors around you. Usually starting with 4. It's one in front of you, one behind you, one to each side. This helps you to identify multiple parts of the shadow at once. This can get very, very intense for a lot of people. They can become overwhelmed. I've seen it trigger panic attacks, hyperventilating and stuff like that. So you do need to be very, very careful if you're using this process. Now, you could use physical mirrors also to do this, because just knowing that a mirror is behind you is often enough to produce that information, even if you have trouble with visualization. However, for those who are truly insane and want to push the envelope, I have seen visualizations that lead up to basically a person in a fun house surrounded by thousands of mirrors and constant thousands upon thousands of fractals of their self and their shadow surrounding them, and meditating within those fractals, being surrounded by all these problems, all these traumas, and trying to make sense of it and to work with them all at once and try to heal the shadow. Whoa, it gets overwhelming, and that usually does trigger massive amounts of panic attacks if people are actually doing it. And that is very much not recommended. However, focusing on one at a time, pretty easy. If you get a good handle on this meditation and you want to step it up to 2 or 4 mirrors and, broaden your horizons, do so at your own pace. Pace yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself. Remember, we're trying to better ourselves, not cripple ourselves. So you have to, much like anything, you have to challenge yourself. But you have to do so safely. Okay, so give this simple mirror meditation a try. Utilize it for spell work to help you grow and help you to progress and achieve your goals. And if you're doing our 6-month challenge for 2022, by all means, utilize this to help you meet your goal for that challenge. If you're wanting to go that next step into shadow work, you're wanting to start working a little deeper, you're wanting to start breaking things apart and confronting it more directly, utilize this meditation for that. Remember, anything that we can put into that mirror concerning ourselves is something we can meditate on, to gain gnosis on, and wisdom on, and even work on. This meditation really is limited only by our creativity and our insights. So give it a try. And in the comments below, let me know. When you do this meditation, which method did you use? Did you use it for spell work and progression to develop yourself? Or did you use it for shadow work in order to heal things and work with your shadow? And let me know how it went. Give us some feedback. So many people in the community love to share their stories. By all means, please do. Also, do remember we have a Discord community. You can find the link over in the About section of this channel. Join the Discord community. We have a lot of great conversations over there. Great community helping each other out, sharing their experiences. All right, everyone. I'm going to hop out of here and get back to work. Hope you all enjoy this meditation. I hope you find it very helpful and healing. And until next time, I'm Drake. This has been Working Dragon Mystic. Take care. Bye-bye.